Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. Check this out. The information out here that was posted on VladTV.com, because Vlad got a website besides this whole YouTube thing, right? And you know he keep up with the information. Some people say Vlad is the police. Well, whatever the case is, if he the police, then Boosie must be a police informant or a police assistant, because Boosie spends a lot of time on Vlad TV. So why would he be working so close with somebody who everybody else calls the police? But that's up for another discussion on another day. Okay, we all know that Boosie just got arrested recently. So Boosie had reportedly been granted bond in his gun case. This is according to the sources over here. While details of this bond has not yet been released, court documents that are related to this case have been unsealed. So the documents are available. It's out there for people to see what it says in the documents. Here's what happened. Boosie became the focus of San Diego police after one police officer observed that the rapper was on Instagram Live with a well-known neighborhood Crip headbusser, gang member, somebody that they have on their radar, a hot boy, because he hot in the city. And there goes Boosie in his company. They started tracking Boosie after that. You know, these videos, put them out there on all these social media platforms. Remember, law enforcement's paying attention to all these social media platforms. Now, while viewing Boosie on the Instagram Live, that law enforcement official reportedly spotted a gun that was in Boosie's waistband. They still framed it, took a picture of it, made sure they had a nice picture of it. This led the officers to use what's called the Airborne Law Enforcement Unit. Right? That's one of those little drones, but their drones could fly forever. So they used a drone to track him down, and they used it to follow him. And then GPS coordinates, location, bam, they pulled him over in a black SUV. Officers then found the same gun, took the still pic, looked at it. That gun was with Boosie in the black SUV. Now, you know damn well Boosie is a felon. He is not supposed to be in possession of a firearm. But you know, Boosie already said, man, you're going to have to either catch me with it or whatever. I'd rather you catch me with it than catch me without it. Because, you know, his life is in danger. Boosie just got shot up just the other day. I believe it was out in L.A. and he back out. Well, nah, it wasn't out in L.A. Stop the cap. He got shot up another place. Is it out in Texas? Anyhow, so after the case was dismissed, on the state level, Boosie was arrested by the ATF on June 14th for being a felon in possession of a firearm. Boosie's previous felony came in 2011. Listen to this. You saying what did he do in 2011? He was convicted of bringing illegal contraband into a prison, criminal conspiracy to incite a felony, and possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute. Well, that's that. That's a whole lot of stuff to get involved in, right? So everybody is jumping up now that's a fan of Boosie and saying, free that man. Why y'all got him locked up in there like that? Why y'all acting like he killed somebody or he did something serious? Okay, now that they heard that he got granted bond, everybody was celebrating. But that celebration, my friend, is a short-lived celebration, because the next update that came on the same website from Vlad says that sources have confirmed that Boosie was granted bail Tuesday afternoon. That's yesterday. Today, however, prosecutors are attempting to overturn the judge's decision by filing a motion to keep the rapper behind bars. The Baton Rouge music artist is facing multiple gun charges, including being a felon in possession of a firearm and transporting firearms across state highways, interstate highways. Damn. If you look up the jail time or prison time for that, it's quite a few years. A minimum of 5 to 7 years is what he's probably looking at. And they're batting for him. They're going for him. You know, Boosie had reportedly been granted bail in this case, right? Previously, we said that. Now, while details of the bond have not been released, Court documents related to the case have been unsealed. After the case was dismissed at the state level, Boosie was arrested by the ATF on June 14th for being a felon in possession of a weapon. And you already know what he did in 2011, which was already hanging over his head. So put it like this. They ain't trying to let out Boosie Boo, man. They trying to keep him locked up until a court date comes. His lawyer is fuming. His lawyer got a whole lot to say. His lawyer thinks they entrapped him and they've been trying to do something to him. And now they got him right where they can sabotage him. You feel me? So on All Hip Hop, there's an article about his attorney. Federal agents arrested him shortly after he appeared in court for a state gun case, which was dismissed. The state gun case was dismissed. They dismissed it on a state level so he could get picked up on a federal level. And it seems like state and feds were working together to get him in a deeper trouble than what he would have been in before. They could have just dismissed it and him walk away. But nah, they dismissed it with goals in mind. Now, according to ABC 10 in San Diego, Judge Allison Goddard granted bail to Boosie in his federal gun case last week. Federal agents arrested the rapper after he appeared in a San Diego court shortly after, right? Took him in, and that's it. He is now fed property, put it that way. Listen, I remember watching a video interview with Boosie where Boosie said, you always got to have a fall man for the team. The person that, I think he said the person that's the least popular, or the person that got the least shit going on, the least getting the least money. That means if you in the car and you just a ninja that ride around with him and you don't have nothing going on, you're not no CEO of any company, businessman, your net worth is not up there or whatever, you got to take the gun charge. Right? But there's always going to be a gun around. Now, you can't go out making these types of statements. This is why they call Vlad the police, because they're saying that people like Vlad allow brothers to talk this type of talk on his show, knowing damn well that the feds are watching his show. Well, here's the deal. You have a right to speak and say whatever you want to say. You go incriminating yourself. That's your business. If you are high profile as Boosie is, then you got to know that they're paying attention to you. I mean, look how they tracked him down. They watched social media. They saw him on a live with a gun in his waist. Boosie could have lied and said, the gun in my waist was a prop. It was a prop for a music video shoot that we were doing on the spot. They couldn't have said nothing about it because there's no law that says a felon cannot be seen in possession of a prop gun, a plastic gun that you got at the dollar store or at a toy store. But what they did was they took a picture of that gun, still framed it. They used a drone to track him from that location all the way till when they picked him up. And when they picked him up, the same gun was found in that black SUV in his possession. And that gun is actually a real gun. So you see, you can't get away with it. And I mean, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. Boosie know what he signed up for. And he say he a gangster. He'll have the chance now to stand on that claim and be 10 toes down for real. Y'all just leave your comments and tell me what you think about this one. Now let's talk about another high profile case that's going on right now. We're talking about the YNW Melly case, right? YNW Melly has a lot of people that are saying free Melly. Free Melly. Free Melly. Melly ain't do nothing. He didn't do it. Y'all seen the last couple of days of his case. Y'all seen when the prosecutor, that female for the prosecutor, she kind of blundered a little bit. You know, I think now in hindsight, that lawyer was being extremely intelligent. There was information that she wanted to get to the jury, and it was at the risk of her having Melly's defense team ask the judge for a mistrial. But she had to do it. She had to do it to show the jury what kind of a person that woman was the mother of Melly's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever the case their relationship is. Her daughter was with Melly for 3.5 to 4 years. They were living together. He had a condo down in Miami, I believe it was, all that other stuff. So the relationship was serious. Then when I heard that she had to be subpoenaed and brought back to the U.S. from, I think it's the Virgin Islands or some Caribbean place where she was just chilling with a mojito with an umbrella in it, who paying for all that? Why y'all running? Why are we having a problem finding you? Then they slapped the ankle monitor on her. I didn't even know all that. So she went back to work. She's a nurse. Going back to work, they're saying, other nurses and other medical professions are saying, girl, why you got on a damn ankle monitor? What you into? You on probation? What you doing? Right? So now people are looking at her at work like she's some type of criminal. She got to explain to them that these people don't want her to run. So they put an ankle monitor on her, which is pretty hostile. Now, in the Melly case, a lot of people have been saying, yo, the judge is going to throw this case out. And if you check my last video, I said the judge was not going to throw this case out. The judge ain't going to rule for a mistrial in a double murder case where there is so much damning evidence already just because one lawyer just said a couple of things that were out of place. Hey, she was smart. The jury, regardless, the judge will now instruct the jury to disregard anything they heard from YNW Melly's girlfriend's mom. But check it. If I say to you, pardon my language, but if I say to you, F you, and then I say, disregard anything you heard, is your mind going to forget that you heard me or saw me say F you? No, it's not. So again, that prosecutor was a genius. She got exactly what she wanted, and the case goes forward. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The second week, ABC News, the second week of the double murder trial of rapper YNW Melly began on Tuesday with the judge denying a motion from his defense team for a mistrial. There will be no mistrial. Defense attorneys had asked Broward Circuit Judge John Murphy for a mistrial last week, arguing that the jury had been tainted following a testimony that could not be verified from the mother of YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend. The Sunday Centennial reported. The judge told the defense attorney's jury and jurors should be instructed to ignore statements that were ruled inadmissible. YNW Melly, whose real name is Jamel Demons, I don't care how you want to say it. Everybody is now saying Demons to minimize the thought of a demonic person. So if they say Jamel Demons, people are going to be like, oh, damn, he did it. That boy been named Demon. He was naturally named Demon. Anyhow, Demons, potatoes, whatever. Tomatoes. He is facing a possible death sentence on October 2018 for fatally shooting his two best friends, close besties, Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas Jr. Williams and Jr., they were both part of the YNW collective, known respectively as YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie. Demons, Williams and Thomas, they were riding in a Jeep, driven by Cortland Henry, known as YNW Bortland, after a recording session in the Fort Lauderdale recording studio when Melly fatally shot Williams and Thomas. This is what the prosecutor is saying. Henry is charged as an accomplice in the case, but he will be tried separately. I'm not even going to give you any more of this information, gang. We're just going to keep on watching this trial, and I will keep updating you with different videos, but please pay attention to what I'm saying to you, right? I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Melly is going down. I know there's a lot of people who want him to be free, but there's too much evidence that shows that he did it. Now, check this out. The smoking gun has not been brought up yet. Not the gun that was used to kill anybody in this vehicle. The smoking gun in this case is Bortland, his homie, The only other person in the car who was alive. There's 4 people in the vehicle. 2 were dead. 2 died violently. 1 died with a gunshot wound to the forehead that has a muzzle burn on his skin, meaning you would have to press the gun up to my forehead in order to get that muzzle burn on the skin. And that's the one who is said to be sitting in the back seat right next to Melly, to his right. So we're going to see. And I'm guaranteeing you that when they call and pull out all the stops, pay attention to that prosecutor. She is no joke. She is willing to risk it to get to the biscuit. I'm gonna leave this one right here. Yo, y'all hit the comment section, say what you gotta say, hit that like button, and you know how we do already, right? Hit the subscribe button, unless you're a hater. And I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. I'm out. Peace.